are pure love. At your core, you are pure love. The reason many people don't realize or understand that is because they have been hardened by life. Just think of all the vastly different experiences we've each come from. Many of us have been hardened and shaped into ways that are the complete opposite of love. That's why people forget or don't even connect to that idea. Or they even have a negative view of love. Yeah. I remember walking into a small store, and in the middle of the floor was a baby in his walker, while his father was sitting nearby enjoying his morning drink. When the child saw me walk into the store, his face just lit up. A face that said, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you." This child didn't know me, but was just overjoyed to see me. Such a big, beautiful, delightful, refreshing, joyful look on his face. It sent goosebumps and chills up and down my body. It was just so refreshing. And automatically, my face just lit up when I saw his face because he was so full of joy, love, and kindness. That's why people gravitate to small children, because they're full of love. And it's contagious. They are born with the core of love in their being. But then those people start to work on them, and they start working on them and going at it and going after them. By the time they're 2 and they start to grow older, and they say the terrible twos, right? Well, what are they doing? They're saying, no, 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 no. And then as they start to grow older, they begin to suffer from this disease. I call the disease cantitis because they're constantly being told what they can't do. They can't do this, and you can't do that, and you don't do this, and you don't do that. Cantitis. By the time they're teenagers and they slowly begin to turn into adults, they become mostly unhappy or even angry throughout their lives. And then you tell these adults, or even some teenagers, that they are from pure love, and they think you're crazy. What are you talking about? They say. It sounds strange, even preposterous to them. People become so jaded and cynical about life. Their sense of who they truly are, has been lost. Many have forgotten being beaten down by life. When we were all born, we had no such animosity, anger, depression, or discontent in our minds. It didn't exist for us. We had no idea what that was. That is the thing. We really need to remember who we really are. Because at one time, you were just like that child in the store, laughing and joyful and happy and giggling. I wanted to pause here and thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you feel that you've gained some insight, please like the channel and also subscribe to the channel if you want more content about personal growth. And also tap that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new content. I'd also make a request to please leave a comment below and share your thoughts on this video. Thank you so much. Why do you think the world is the way it is? With all that is going on at any moment, it doesn't really matter when, at any moment, even if it was 100 years ago, why do you think that stuff happened? What's going on right now? All of these things that are going on and are constantly going on, whether it's happened before or it's happening now. And you're constantly being blasted in the face with all of this negative stuff that is going on around in the world. And why is that? Because people are stuck in that mindset to the point where they think that is normal. But that is not so. The real truth is that you are pure love, and you are from that. And it's time that people recognize that, yes, that's what you really are. It may be hard to see it at this moment, especially if you're going through rough times in your life. But that is who you truly are. It's time to get back to that, you see. As you build to get back to that, and as you work your way toward going back to who you really are, your life starts to change and open up in ways that will amaze you. But you have to start working on that. Start working and rebuilding yourself physically. Start working on yourself regularly. Your well-being is all about physicality. So if you're feeling bad one moment or feeling sick, it doesn't matter what you're doing in your life. Everything else stops, doesn't it? You have to now focus on the sickness. Or rather, I should say, focus on getting well. But unfortunately, people focus on the sickness. But that's not the best idea. But that's a whole nother video. I digress. Anyway, the point is, your life will not work if you are not well. So start with your physical being and your self-care. That is what self-care is. Care about yourself. It doesn't matter what your friends, family, neighbors say. They say you're selfish. It is okay. That's fine. That's okay. Because you're selfish because you're not giving them all of your attention. Now, aren't they being selfish? That's truly selfish in a negative way. Now, let's listen to the irony of that. They want all of your attention, and then when you don't give them that, they call you selfish. Let me repeat that. You don't give them all of your attention, and they then call you selfish. They're calling you selfish because you're not allowing them to manipulate you with their own selfishness. Narcissism at its best. Wow. The most important thing you can do to feel better about yourself is to be selfish enough to feel good by focusing on your well-being, both mentally and physically, so that you can create an amazing life by getting back to being the loving, joyful creature that you once were when you were born. People who tell you otherwise are just trying to manipulate and control you so you can stop caring about yourself and how you feel. You do need to care about yourself. Who else will do it? You need to care about yourself. That is where self-love comes into play, because that is what self-love is, caring about yourself and how you feel. I really want to emphasize that. That's what will get you back to being the loving being that you truly are. That's where the growth comes from. Just imagine if just one person does that, then a second person, then another. What kind of world would we have in 5, 10, 20, 30 years? What kind of world would we have for the next generation? It would be an amazing world. So, yes, let's get back to love, you see. Start with loving yourself, caring about yourself. It's not conceit. And to really be honest, it really isn't selfish because you are helping yourself thrive, which will in turn help you to help another. Self-love is caring and kind, showing generosity toward yourself first. And then your life will change. And you can then truly help others because you have returned to love. In my next video, I'm going to share several tips on how you can add love, joy, and fulfillment back into your life. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Blessings. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And remember, tap that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I post new content.